Good morning. Happy Tuesday. It is 9:23 a.m. and I haven't had any coffee today, and I felt the need to tell you about it. In all seriousness though, the coffee is made, it is downstairs, but I'm trying this thing that you might have seen on the internet in some way, shape, or form because it's a very actually trendy topic and subject matter right now, and it is the idea of lowering your cortisol levels or having too high cortisol levels. And at first I was like, this is not my problem. This is not something that involves me in any way, shape, or form because I have recently, and by recently I mean 2022, had my cortisol levels tested and they were normal. And then I'm experiencing all of these symptoms, including like I talked about on my Instagram stories, like my face shape and how it changes like almost day to day sometimes. And I was talking to a friend of mine about it, and she also suggested that maybe it was a high cortisol level thing. So before I responded to her video, and she Marco Polo'd me, I looked up my two previous instances of testing my cortisol levels, and I discovered that while both of them fell in the normal range, one was done by Everlywell like 5 years ago, which is like a mail-in testing order, you don't need doctor's orders type thing. I have a food sensitivity test by them, a metabolism test by them, a stress test by them. I have a couple things done by them years ago. And that cortisol level is actually bordering on low. And then I went to my doctor years later and got a completely normal cortisol level range of 10. And I looked at the numbers of what was acceptable in the normal range as it was according to the Everlywell test, and an interesting observation came my way. And it was that their version of normal, their numbers of normal, are different than the medical doctor's versions of normal. And by Everlywell standards, this is not sponsored by them, this just happens to be where I got my information, my cortisol levels of normal 10 was actually pretty high. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. So maybe there's something to that. All of that to say, I am doing this little test where I eat 30 grams of protein within 30 minutes of waking up, as long as my stomach's not like completely, utterly against it. And I'm waiting 90 minutes after I wake to have my first cup of coffee. So I'm up. As you can see, I am dressed. I am made up. Why? Because the actual point of today's vlog was not cortisol lowering Brianna. It's actually ovulatory phase Brianna. Hello. I thought it might be fun to share various days in my life as they pertain to different times in my cycle, because you guys know that I'm into cycle syncing. I ebb and flow with how much I lean into cycle syncing, but y'all know, and you were all very interested in, one of my goals for the month of March is to embrace my feminine energy a little more. And what could possibly be more feminine energy than really leaning into the phases of my cycle? Pretty much nothing, right? So today I thought I would share with you my day in my life and what I do, what I eat, things of that nature, how I'm feeling ovulatory phase. For reference, according to my watch, because my ring somehow was not charged and taking my temperature for days, according to my watch, I ovulated yesterday. So I'm on the tail end of my ovulatory phase, but what is important about the ovulatory phase? This is the phase where I'm supposed to be the most charismatic. I'm supposed to be the most communicative. I'm supposed to be the most vibrant. Why? Because you want to attract a mate, right? To reproduce. Now, I personally do not want to do that. But that's a story for a different day. But the idea, the drive, the way that our bodies and minds work, our productivity works, all helps influence that thing. That urge to be charismatic in order to attract a mate, right? How am I, as somebody who's child-free by choice and already has her mate, how am I taking full advantage of this charisma, this communication, this ability to be social and vibrant and magnetic? How am I taking advantage of it? Today is filming day. So it might actually be really dumb of me to be doing this vlog on the day that I'm also filming. Wait, I can tell you. If all goes according to plan, including this vlog, I have to film 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 videos today. 8 videos today. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a crazy day. My husband, praise the Lord, is at the office today instead of working from home. So I got up and I immediately was like, you know what? If I have the energy to work out, once all is said and done, then we're working out. But for now, we are getting dressed, getting cute, getting put together, and filming is going to commence immediately. But I am pleased to announce that before that happens, it is 9:28 and I'm allowed to have coffee at 9:30. So we're going to go downstairs and get our hands on some coffee. Oh my gosh, you know what? It might taste even better when you've had to wait for it. It might taste even better when you've had to wait 90 minutes upon waking up to have your first sip of coffee, because like the anticipation, instead of having to, or like autopilot mode, do you all ever like hear, maybe I'm not communicative today. Holy moly. I'm certain it's because I got up at 3 o'clock in the morning due to a stuffy nostril. Y'all, this nostril, what else is there for me to do to get this nostril? I massage, I do azolastine nasal spray and Flonase nasal spray. I got the Mac Daddy of neti pot type situations, the $100 Navage system that literally powers the saline solution through your sinuses. And still, I can go to bed with clear, last night I went to bed with clear nostrils. And in 3 a.m., this nostril completely plugged up. And then, because I have a CPAP machine on, my brain, for whatever reason, never mind the fact that this nostril is completely open, my brain goes, holy crap, you can't breathe in this mask, panic. And I wake up. And it has happened like every night for days now. What else can I do? I literally got out of bed. My husband and I are currently sleeping in 2 different beds. Our marriage is fine. Trust me. He just needs to sleep on a wedge and it makes him snore right now and I can't handle it. So we sleep in different beds. I spent about 2 weeks sleeping upstairs and then we swapped so I could sleep in the nice fancy bed, and he's sleeping upstairs currently. But that aside, that's part of all of the stuff that's been going on and causing struggle and whatnot. He also has a, what's it called? High ankle sprain, which has been making like the status of the house is just constantly slightly messy because he can't do as much as he normally can to help me keep it clean. So if I'm working and he can't help, chaos ensues. But that's besides the point. I got up in the middle of the night and I'm massaging and I'm doing everything under my power to not take Afrin nasal spray because I'm kind of addicted to the stuff and I need to stop. So I'm like, no, we are not taking Afrin. And because I take it because it helps, right? You shoot just a little bit. I don't take a full dose, just a little bit up the nose. It clears it up and I can breathe in my mask. No problem. I literally was doing almost jumping up and down and like trying to like lymphatic drainage my entire body to get stuff out of my nose. I ended up taking Sudafed at 3:30 in the morning. It helped, but I'm wondering if that's hindering my ability to talk. It's fine. We're gonna get through this. I forgot what I was gonna say. The coffee is delicious, so I think I'm gonna sit here and I'm going to just enjoy my first cup of coffee and a little bit of sunshine, before I go upstairs and start the filming process. I remembered what I wanted to tell you, and that is what I had for breakfast. Because I do want to share what I'm eating in a day, both intuitively and for cycle syncing purposes. I showed you guys in a previous vlog the MyFlow app and how I have an account with them that also gets me like the MyFlow membership. I took advantage of when they had like a lifetime thing available, and so I'm a lifetime member of their community, and they have managed to put the membership and the app together now, which I think is so cool for those of us with the membership, because now I can look at all of the cycle syncing recipes and hacks and tips and foods in the app, which is the app I use regularly. I open it constantly to see where I'm at and what's going on, things of that nature. But this morning, in an effort to do the 30 protein for 30 before 30 minutes or whatever, I had my current food hyperfixation, the Premier Protein frozen pancakes. Y'all, this is my second box of them. This is what they look like. They're the Premier Protein 15-gram protein pancakes. I'm utterly obsessed with them, but I'm literally going to talk about them in the current foods that I'm obsessed with video that I'm filming today, so I won't get into it. I had that with some butter and syrup, and then to get a quick hit of the other 15 grams of protein, I drank half of a Fairlife protein shake. Let me tell you, due to the nature of the diet that my husband is currently on, which is pretty bland, quite frankly, I have been consuming less sugary things and less, especially artificial sweeteners. And can I tell you, while it wasn't awful, when I took a swig of the Fairlife nutrition shake, boy did I taste the monk fruit in that, like the artificial sweetener taste. And I usually don't. And so it told me that I was like, oh, you're eating a lot more fresh food and things like that, because man, did that taste like artificial sweetener to me. But nevertheless, I drank half of that to get my other 15 grams of protein to give the 30 grams total. And then, if my memory serves me correctly, we'll take a look at the app later, but a lot of the food that I get to be eating here and there, it's not perfect, and it doesn't have to be perfect when you're cycle syncing. When you're cycle syncing, the goal is not to take the foods and eat exclusively from the here are the best foods for this part of your cycle list. That's not the goal, but it's the whole adage of take what you want and add what you need, right? How many of these foods can I add into my day during a specific time of my phase? Because if I'm adding them in, I'm giving myself the nutrients that best benefits this part of the cycle. So that's the game that we are going to play today. So we will take a look at the list of those foods later. Checking in at 11:49 a.m. I have filmed 3 videos, feeling very, very good about it. 3? 3. That sounds right. Yes. 3 videos down, 4 to go. It's time for a costume change, but also I think it's time for my second cup of coffee. But I wanted to show you what my filming setup looks like, a little behind the scenes, if you will. So if we step all the way back here in my office, this is what you see. As you can see, we've got the ring light here, lighting me from my one side. I moved my piano bench in here. This is the remnants of one of the videos I have been filming. And then I'm using my hue light over here to just kind of add a little extra light. And then up here, this light's actually not very bright, but it adds just a little extra up in here. And then I've rearranged my bookshelf because I could never get like just the angle that I wanted. So I decided that if I center myself, I can see the whole bookshelf. And I moved these from over here to over here because this is where my head is now. And so you can still see the rainbow-ness of that. And then this is my tripod, and you guys get clipped right here, just like this. And that's the angle that I film at, mostly, I think. Is it really that angle? Let's find out. Oh, it sure is. Hey, this is my filming angle. And it's like, if I go too far this way, then you see that, and you see that. So I would like to do a little something different down here, but I haven't figured out what. And I mean, I kind of like that. I'm looking at my setup because I keep changing things, but I think this is the setup that I am currently loving. I just need to add something over here, I think. That's not this. And then there's a picture of Bailey. You guys don't know Bailey. She was my dog until she passed away when I was in college. So it's been a long time. But I have a picture of her because I love her. Anyway, that's my filming setup, my friends. A little behind the scenes of the day in the life of the YouTuber. I am still feeling pretty energized. My question, I'm sitting here going, when am I gonna crash? When is my energy just gonna go whoop? But hopefully I got 4 videos and 1 or 2 costume changes in me. I'm considering even curling my hair just to like zhuzh things up a little bit. I don't know, we'll see. But first we gotta go back downstairs and get some coffee and take a little break and let the voice rest a little bit. 1 costume change and 1 video later, I have 3 videos to go, not including this one. And I'm trying out a new style. Y'all know I'm trying to embrace the femininity, right? And so I was like, oh, more color and oh, something a little different. I don't freaking know how to style a button-up shirt. I got this for Christmas from my mom and I love it. Like in theory, it's perfect. It's a stretchy, flattering material. It is in my summer color season. I love that. And my husband was pleased as punch that I got myself like a businessy looking button-down shirt. But y'all, okay, so here's the reality. Look at this. If I wear it, like even buttoned up to here, like I feel like it's not me. Like me is chest exposed, not like to be skanky or anything, but like it's just, it fits my look better. I look more flattering when I have like the neckline, right? I don't like crew neck shirts either for that same reason. It's more flattering for me to have my chest exposed a little bit. So what I did do was I put like a lacy shirt because I'm like, ooh, how cute would it be to have like some lace popping out, you know? Like, ooh, that's like super feminine with the lace and the whatever. But I can't, so I know that like in the real world, I'd have to tuck it in. I'm terrible at tucking in my shirts. But if you have like a styling, like what's the answer? Do I get like a cute, like you can wear it on the outside bodysuit bra type thing that stays exposed? Do I undo even more buttons like this and then tuck it in? And so it's like, it's down to here? Like how do I style this thing? Because I really don't know. And I want to style this thing. Like I want to be able to, I want to figure out how to style it. And I can't figure it out. So let me know how. Send me pictures, send me links, send me whatever to help me figure out how the heck do I style this shirt in like a feminine and not like buttoned up kind of way. No offense to the people who do wear it like buttoned up all the way, but that's just not my vibe, I don't think. Like this is clearly much more my vibe, right? Oh my goodness gracious. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. As you can tell, I curled my hair to give it a little bit of a different vibe. I went to go change my shirt and then decided to do something in this shirt, to film in this shirt. And so I was like, oh good, bonus outfit. Because fun fact about being a YouTuber, if you're batch filming, odds are you're changing your clothes a billion different times a day. And another fun fact, on my Disabled Diva channel, which is a video that I'm about to film after lunch, because I'm starving right now. It is 2:10, I'm starving. And what was my point? One of the questions is, what are like some of the daily tasks that you find to be the most difficult? One of like my number one, honest to God, is changing my clothes. Taking my clothes off, putting my clothes on. It's exhausting in a way that I didn't realize that like normal life, like I did realize because I've always had this problem, but like especially a lot of other people. I had this conversation with my husband just last night. He watches hockey games and he changes into Florida Panthers gear and whatnot to watch his game, which is cute and fine and whatever. So I watched him last night. We were talking and he changed from one pair of pajama pants to a different pair of pajama pants, and then he put on a t-shirt, and then he put a long sleeve shirt over it. And I said, well, why didn't you just put the long sleeve shirt on, save the t-shirt so it doesn't get dirty? And then he goes, well, I'm going to take this off and I'm going to put a jersey on and all these things. And I looked at him and I was like, I'm exhausted watching you change your clothes 500 times. Like, there's a reason that I don't change my clothes multiple times a day, you know, based on the situation or whatever. I will do my best to make sure that I'm like, if I go from pajamas to workout clothes, I make the intention to do it once so I can then take my workout clothes off, shower, and put the rest of my clothes on that I plan on wearing until I put pajamas on again later for the rest of the day. And long story short, I've changed my clothes how many times already today? One, out of pajamas into outfit number 1, and then outfit number 2, and outfit number 3, and I got like one more outfit, and then I tried on a shirt to take it off, and wow. So fun fact about batch YouTubers, we change our clothes a lot, and for me, changing my clothes is exhausting, but it's all good. It's all good. So my curls are not hanging out the way they need to. I was going to brush them out, but I might not brush them out. Anyway, it's time for lunch. Let me show you what I'm having.
Actually, before I show you that, let me show you my cycle syncing calendar. This is the MyFlow app, as I mentioned. As you can see, we're right here, which is the pink is the ovulatory phase. So if I go to the cycle syncing tab and go to ovulatory, I don't know why it keeps defaulting to follicular, and I go to food, and I showed you this before. Here's a bunch of recipes that would be great for cycle syncing ingredients, but also here are my cycle syncing ingredients. So for the ovulatory phase, here is my fruit. I have fig in my, these guys right here, actually, my fig truffles. I might have eaten one of those while I was filming today, so technically I have eaten fig. For grains, we have corn and pop. I should have popcorn today. That's what I should have today. We have legumes, lentils, pea protein, hemp protein. Meat, we have beef, lamb, and chicken breast. Dinner tonight is chicken breast, and my lunch is actually going to be turkey breast, which, you know, is close enough. Nuts and seeds, we have pistachios, almonds, pecans, flax seeds, and pumpkin seeds. I'm going to incorporate some of those into my dinner this evening. Other, dark chocolate. These also have dark chocolate in them. Score! They are a double hit. Turmeric, dandelion tea, raspberry leaf tea, coconut yogurt. Seafood, we have shrimp, salmon, and tuna. We had tuna earlier in the week, or over the weekend, so I got that in as well. Vegetables, I have been eating bell peppers. We had Brussels sprouts last night, and we'll have some tonight with dinner as well. I like to season things with chives. Look at all of these options here, my friends. Scallions and tomatoes I eat as well. I'll have to throw some tomatoes in my salad tonight, too. Yeah, so those are my cycle syncing ingredients for
My ovulatory phase. I keep wanting to say follicular phase, but I'm not in my follicular phase. I'm in my ovulatory phase. Other things worth noting is that I am doing a pretty decent job of communicating today. As much as this vlog makes it seem like not, I'm actually, as I sit down, I am better able to catch myself before I have a blip. I'm better able to communicate my thoughts, like pause, not ramble, not a lot of ums happening. And so the reason that I try to film as much as I can, and admittedly, I'm not as good at batching and planning my batch week, especially since my husband's not home. This all just, or my husband's usually home. This all lined up really, really well, really nicely for me, that my husband wasn't home the same week that my ovulatory phase was, and I get to batch film, and it just all worked out. The stars aligned. It was glorious. And when I have my thoughts organized, I have some outlines for the videos that I sit down to film. It's very easy for me to get my thoughts out. Whereas when I am filming in other parts of my cycle, I sound a lot more like I'm sounding on here, which is a lot more ums, a lot more hesitations, because I'm kind of flying off the cuff here today. But yeah, so it's going very well. It's going very well. Now let's eat lunch, and I need to stop talking to you so I can rest my voice, because I still got 2 videos to film.
All right, friends, here is my lunch. I am so excited about it. I'm so stinking hungry. So here's what you see. First, we got bell peppers, cycle syncing food. We have some cottage cheese. The Good Culture cottage cheese is now available in a giant Costco-sized container. Love that for me. And then in it, I put a little bit of Dijon mustard. Don't knock it until you try it. Not kidding. Then I have like 2 little mini sandwiches. I finally bought myself these Mission Zero Net Carb tortillas, not because I'm keto. You guys know I'm adamantly against keto, but what I am not adamantly against is fiber. And these bad boys, because they are zero net carbs, it means that all of the carbs are fiber. So each one of these has 7 grams of fiber in them. So I have 14 grams of fiber on my plate. So I was like, instead of, which I love my sandwich bread, right? Not knocking the sandwich bread that I normally eat, but that's got 3 grams of fiber per slice. And so that's 6 grams total. This is 14 grams total. Heck yes. And then on my sandwich, I have just a little bit of olive oil mayo, a little bit more Dijon mustard. I have this Boar's Head caramelized onion jack cheese. Oh my gosh, you guys. This is incredible. It is so stinking good. The flavor is out of this world. And then I bought myself a little bit of turkey breast meat for lunch meat this week. And then I topped it off with Clausen dill pickle slices. So that's what it looks like. That's my lunch. I'm going to eat before I lose my mind.
To my girlies who have a body shape kind of like mine, this is your sign to get something cinched in the waist, because y'all, I feel freaking fabulous in this shirt. And it's like a more croppy type shirt. But the way that the tight part, and like it's tight, but like not in a bad way, shapes my body. Oh my gosh. Get yourself a shirt, if this is your body type, that cinches at the lowest part of your, or the smallest part of your waist. You won't regret it because, oh my goodness, I feel fabulous. I feel girly. Why have I never worn this shirt out before, y'all? Why have I never worn this out before? I've had it for like 2 years. I went through a period of time where it didn't fit me right, but like it fits beautifully. Beautifully. What the heck is, what, why? Why don't I wear this out? I don't know.
Well, I was going to go upstairs, but instead, I might address the puppy in the room. Hello, puppy in the room. You've been sleeping all day. Would you like to play? Want to play? Oh my goodness, why are you adorable? Want to play? Go get a toy. What are the odds she comes back with a toy? Oh, look, no toy. You just gonna be a goober? Come here. You need a bath, something fierce. Oh, hi, honey. Hello. Hello. You're a good girl. Would you like more pets? Come here. Come here. I give you the pets. Oh, yes. I love you. You're a good girl. Thank you. Thank you. I love you.
And that's that. Because apparently she's not hungry enough to play. Gracie! Y'all, I turned that CMT Q&A into 2 videos. So I will be filming 9 videos today. I have 1 left to do. That's not finished this vlog. 1. I have 1 left to do. My voice is barely hanging on. We're gonna make it. 1 more. Let's go.
Dude, where even are you kidding me? You're barking from the sunshine on the couch? Are you joking? You can't even see what you're barking at. Boo-boo. Behave yourself. I have 1 more video.
I did it. 9 videos. 8, and then this one. 5:20 p.m. I'm exhausted. Truly, if this was late luteal phase, I would not have survived the day. I absolutely 100% would not have survived the day. But I did it, and I'm very proud of myself, and I'm feeling cute. And even though I'm exhausted, I feel really good. Now I'm going to put the camera down for a little bit. I'm gonna get all of this footage imported into my computer, which my computer is going to be like, I'm sorry, what are you doing to me? It's so much footage. And then we will go from there. So I will see you in a little bit.